Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Bjorn from Jurassic Park Triops, and first of all, I would like to wish you guys a happy new year and the best of 2022. 2021 wasn't that great for all of us, and I hope next year will be better. But, well, as you can see, we're taking a look at the Triops tank, and you possibly can see a bronze colored, really big Triops moving around in the tank. And this is not an unexpected guest. This is actually Frosty. We're gonna take a look at Frosty because I actually was finally able to put Frosty inside the Cankerformus tank. The other guys are bigger now, and they reached the size where Frosty isn't that able anymore to eat them. So, well, let's say the risk of cannibalism will be a little bit less. But we're gonna take a look at Frosty because Frosty is actually Frosty had his I don't know, it's hermaphrodite, so I always mix them up, his, her, I don't care, it's an it, I don't mind. Triops over here. Little Frosty was actually became 2 months old on the 1st of January when 2022 started. I found Frosty on the 1st of October, and that means that she is 2 months old already. Thing is, I found her at a certain age, let's say maybe 1 or 2 weeks old, so she is a little bit older. But when I discovered Frosty, it was the 1st of November, so that was really interesting. I was really happy to find a Triops outside, living at 4 up to 6 degrees Celsius, which isn't that high for Triops. They definitely need like spring type of weather, temperatures, spring, summer, and it was autumn already, nearing winter. So that was really interesting. And well, this is little Frosty over here. Well, not that little anymore. Frosty actually reached a solid size of let's say 8 centimeters already. So that's quite large. Kind of like reaching up to 3 inches, if I'm right. Not completely sure, guys, but let's say 3 inches. So that's pretty large for a Triops. It is a Cankerformus species as well, so it's kind of unusual to find that these Triops are actually getting really big. But it could be that it has something to do with the colder temperatures I'm keeping these guys in. The temperature of this tank is actually 19 degrees Celsius up to 20 sometimes. It just depends on the room temperature, but it will never drop below 18 at least, just to make sure that they are not getting too cold, of course. Thing is, I think if you keep Triops at a lower temperature, their metabolism just will work a little bit slower. If you put them in hot water, the metabolism might speed up a bit, and basically Triops are just little batteries, and they run out after, like, let's say 2 or 3 months. And well, in that case, I'm trying to use the batteries on eco mode, let's say that, and kind of doing a little bit of investigation on the subject, if it's possible to increase lifespan on Triops by decreasing temperatures. Other thing is, it kind of seemed to work out. Not completely sure if it's just luck or it's actually confirming my theory, but we'll see in the future as well. This little guy thing, little Frosty over here. She Frosty was actually living at 4 to 6 degrees Celsius, which are almost nearing freezing temperatures, and that was really impressive for a Triops. So definitely interesting in proceeding a specific breed on just Frosty. I did this with Nugget as well. Nugget is a Australiensis aurum Triops. Basically, it's a Triops that had a different coloration in its head shield, and this Triops definitely looks a little bit more special than the others as well. As you can see, the one on the left has a more greenish, light greenish, dark greenish look, and Frosty actually has a more of a bronze, kind of brown looking shield, which is pretty interesting. kind of looks a little bit gold as well, but it kind of leans a little bit more towards brown instead of yellow, so I would say it's more of a bronze type of color. Frosty is definitely still really busy, so let's hope she isn't passing away very soon, because this Triops is definitely one of the special ones I ever had. Just like Nugget, found her at such a crazy temperature, and I actually kept Frosty inside a separate container for a bit, so I actually got quite a large selection of eggs from just her, from just for Frosty. And that's definitely a good thing, because I will have a selective bred little colony of just little Frosty clones. And that's something I really wanted to kind of do a little bit of a research on as well. I wanted to see if I could get like a little bit more hardier species, since Frosty is actually living for at least 2 months already. And she's getting big. She has a nice color, so I was interested in like only collecting eggs from her as a single specimen. Let's say if we collect like 100 eggs and we will get like 20 little Frosty clones, I will basically have a, how I would like to call it, like a little subspecies. It's just Cankerformus simplex, of course, but it's the Frosty lineage. That's how I would like to call it, a lineage. So basically I would like to create a lineage on just Frosty over here. I think she deserves her own little lineage. It will be like the lineage of the Frozen or something. I really don't know, but we'll find a name for it in the future. Let's zoom in a little bit on Frosty. Here you can see the third eye on top of the head shield on the left. Give me a second, guys. The little dome on the, up here, that's the third eye of a Triops, and you can see the 2 regular eyes in front. Thank you, little Frosty, for posing for the camera. Thank you. And we got the antennae on the front, and the little gilly legs in the back. And she actually has some nice spikes on her tails as well. I hope you guys can see that. Really nice spiky carapace. Nice white little gill legs. I'm definitely, well, how to say, definitely impressed by this species. I had Cankerformus simplex before, of course. Just had a regular colony with them, but definitely Frosty is definitely a special specimen. So like I said, I just wanted to do like possibly next setup will be a little Frosty clone colony, where I'll be trying to get like, let's say 10 or 12 little younglings of Frosty, and see how they work out, and see if they get this big as well, if they are that hardy as well. Never seen it before. Like, I only had 1 Triops from that tank, and sometimes I get like 30 Triops from a colony, like in the hatchery and stuff, but eventually only like 20 will possibly completely survive till adulthood. And I only had this little Triops inside the outdoor tank, and it survived for 2 months already. That's crazy. Like, I had them dying earlier, and I had them dying later as well. So Frosty is definitely in the race for a new high score, I think. The longest I've kept the Triops was possibly over, let's say, 120 days or something. That's possibly the maximum I got. I'm not completely sure what my maximum I reached anymore, but I thought it was around 120 days. So let's say about 4 months. So little Frosty over here has 2 months on the planning to kind of create a new little high score over here. But yeah, Frosty is definitely not alone. You possibly saw some Triops moving around as well. We also got some other Cankerformus species in this tank, and basically, well, this one isn't posing for the camera right now. I'm sorry, guys. And it's gone. Never mind. We'll probably see another specimen around here somewhere. Oh, there's another one, also hiding in the shades. Oh, this one is actually busy digging. Oh, there's two. Well, never mind. What I want to say about it, like Frosty is definitely really bronze colored, and the other ones are a little bit more dark green. But I also saw some dark green with some, let's say, some gray spot markings on it. So I'm definitely having a lot of color variety in this tank. Definitely happy with that as well, as I really wanted a mix, Cankerformis mix setup. And that's also what I want to release in the future for the people that always would like to collect the eggs from Jurassic Park Triops as well. It's possible to buy our eggs. Just wanted to say that as well. If you're interested, feel free to contact us on Facebook or Instagram. You can find us as Jurassic Park Triops, but it's also possible to just send an email to us at Jurassic Park Triops, JurassicParkTriops@gmail.com. And just request something like I would like to buy some eggs or something. That's possible. And in the future I will possibly also release like a select, how to say, I will sell like Cankerformis Simplex regular, and possibly I will sell the Cankerformis Simplex Frosty clone edition separately as well. But those are just ideas for the future, possibly. I also wanted to show you guys something else. I actually found two head shield molds from Frosty in her old container, and I wanted to just show you guys what a mold of a head shield looks like. Give me a second. Yep, that's it. That's the little head shield of Frosty that I found in the hatchery. Interesting little mold. Trying to keep it complete, and let's take a look at the tank again. I actually can't spot Frosty right now. Oh, I think she's over there. Yep, that's Frosty over there again. Let's end up this little video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it and had some fun watching little Frosty over here taking the show again, and definitely happy that Frosty is in the little main tank right now. It's definitely better than the container she was in before. But that was just a temporarily option, just to make sure that Frosty wasn't going to eat the young Cankerformis buddies in the tank. But they're bigger now, so I think it's definitely possible for them to be around Frosty right now. Look at the difference though. 2 months old versus like, let's say 1 month old, or like 3 weeks possibly. Just crazy, that size. Little Goliath. Well, that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to subscribe to the Jurassic Park Triops YouTube channel. If you're interested in connecting with us, it's possible to send us a chat message on Instagram or on Facebook as well. We do that actually. We try to connect with the other Triops people in the community, definitely. Something last. The plants have been growing up really well, and that's something I'm really happy with as well. Got some duckweeds going on, and this is the Elodia oxygen plant, if somebody wanted to know. I actually had quite some questions about this plant. People were asking me what it was, and it's basically an oxygen plant, and it's really cheap, and it works really well. So that definitely is it, guys. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you next time.